Hello indie game fans, here are more awesome indie game demos to try from the Steam Next Festival, beginning with Neko Odyssey, a fan favourite title during my summer showcase, primarily due to the meow 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 song that is in this trailer, in which this is a pixel art adventure game with a photography element, as you go around town taking pictures of cats. Of course, this is very adorable, with the goal being just to explore the town and take photos, looking so light-hearted and fun. A sci-fi farming sim that I have my eye on is Farlands, a game that has to have Stardew Valley inspiration, in which you live your hectic life in a metropolis and take up rural farming life on a distant planet. While the core farming looks similar, you're able to get into your spaceship and fly to other planets to collect other types of resources for upgrades with a wonderful pixel art look as well. This video is brought to you by Yaoling Mythical Journey, an action-adventure fantasy RPG with a creature collecting element that looks absolutely gorgeous. You play as a Yaoling keeper that adventures in uncharted lands with your companion creatures with the goal of expanding your village and forming new friendships, but something more sinister is spreading, corrupting these creatures, so you need to find the source of it and save the land. Interestingly, this has auto-battler combat, since when you encounter enemies in the overworld, it zooms into a separate battle interface where you have to place your creatures in formation and hit the go button, using their complementary abilities to defeat the enemy. These creatures can help in the village construction and expansion, so there are life sim elements as well, not to mention additional activities like fishing. I love monster taming games, and this is a nice change from the more traditional turn-based RPGs, and with more than 300 Yaoling to collect, also having evolutions, this is 100% my jam, so play the demo which is part of the Steam Next Festival and wishlist the game. Another fan favourite title is the Minesweeper-like puzzle roguelite game Dungeon Divers, where you play as the newest employee of Dungeon Divers Inc., having to clear out old derelict dungeons by disarming traps. Interestingly, there is procedural generation here, so every dungeon is unique and different, which is not that common for a puzzle game, although I suppose Minesweeper is like that, with this game having roguelite style choice of upgrades or items that have special abilities that allow you to clear the level more effectively. So if you spent too much time with Windows Minesweeper, I'm sure that this will be your jam. Another awesome looking minimalist title is Mini Settlers, a city builder that uses symbols and icons to represent buildings and resources as you construct cities and design an intricate and efficient logistics network to move stuff around. I love the look of this game since it looks clean and neat, but seems to have plenty of room for strategy as well, and as part of the Steam Next Festival, the developers have updated their demo to show off trains and highways, giving you something to chew on even if you have played their demo in the past. I'm excited to share this next title since it might just be the re-emergence of Selfloss, a moody exploration action-adventure game which seems to have undergone some visual changes as compared to when we last saw it, in which you play as a healer searching for a ritual that will cure his wounded soul. The world is inspired by Slavic mythology and whale worshipping in particular, with the exploration side of things seeing you sailing around in your little boat looking neat, which gives me far Changing Tides vibes, with this being mixed in with Zelda style puzzles and even combat. It's a gorgeous looking game as well, so it's nice to see an update from this developer, so hopefully that means this is releasing sooner rather than later. A neat looking strategy title is Technotopia, which did get quite a bit of attention when I last showed it off, being a city builder card game in which you unlock buildings, get upgrades, and decide where to place them for maximum effect. While not explicitly stated, I believe this is a roguelite, insofar as the cards that you get to put in your deck are random, as are the new upgrades that you encounter and the scenarios that are thrown at you, from fires to crime. And the developers also mentioned something about maintaining the peace between 4 different factions, where I assume it is game over if they get out of balance, so it's an interesting take on the city builder. Here's an ultra-cozy game in Amber Isles, a life sim title with dinosaurs in which you run a shop in this quaint little village. You are gathering items from nature and then crafting new items to sell, having to haggle and counter-offer your way to profits, and then to use these to reinvest in the shop to upgrade and expand. I swear you were playing as a human in earlier trailers of this game, but now you're able to customize your very own paleo folk, which is not just limited to dinosaurs. Over the course of the game, you will also find out more about the island and how it fell into disrepair, which provides a narrative incentive but looks very wholesome indeed. Rage games come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, with the more recent few being focused on intentionally frustrating controls, and a game going in the opposite direction is Fall Damage, a platformer where you play as an egg, and yes, that does have the exact implications that you think, in having it crack if it falls from too great a height, or if it gets launched into the ceiling. The developer of the roguelite pachinko RPG, Peglin, is also involved in this game, so I expect this to be great and does look like a challenge. An awesome looking turn-based JRPG title is Sky Ocean's Wings for Hire, in which you lead a ragtag band of sky pirates in their fight against the Alliance. You are commanding a fleet of planes as they take on various enemies, and is a tribute to classic JRPGs, with everything in this game looking on point, from the character portraits, environments, battle interface, and even the chibi character models when they are exploring. So if you grew up with the classics like me, go play the demo.
The Alliance isn't letting up! We need to get stronger.
Now this title looks sick and nails exactly what they are going for, since Hollow Body is very much a survival horror game in the vein of Silent Hill, but with a cyberpunk twist, in which you play as an unlicensed black market shipper landing in an abandoned British city in search of her missing partner, where of course things have gone horribly wrong and there are monsters everywhere, with very tense combat encounters and creepy atmosphere. Watch this video for more horror games.